Hello, welcome to Trevor's Barking Mad channel. I'm Trevor. This is one half of the Barking Mad team. Let's roll cinematics and see what we got for you this week. I've switched the phone on to record and it's gone bedlam. There we go. It's like a switch. Yes, it is. Completely. Right. Welcome to Trevor's Barking Mad channel. This is half of the Barking Mad team. Toto. Dottie's running around like a 12-month-old pup, not a 12-year-old dog who's in a lot of pain at the moment. But that's another. We'll come to that in a minute, maybe. Thank you very much for watching us today. It's throwing me totally. And yes, today, what is today about? Today is about Pride, because I'm actually 2 days away from Brighton Pride. I'm going to make the Brighton Pride vlogs a bit shorter this year. I think it was about a 5-part series last year. Didn't drag on. Drag on, say. So what is Pride and why do we have Pride? Well, being gay back in the 1960s when I was born, obviously I didn't know anything about it then. It was a very, very different world. It was illegal. I think it was still illegal then, but it was all very underground, very non-accepted. It wasn't the norm. And yeah, the first ever Pride actually was a sort of protest stroke riot, and that's how things gradually got changed. And we have been very lucky in this country. A lot of things have changed. Still a hell of a lot of work to do. We currently have a government who refuses to ban what I call torture. It's conversion therapy, and you get electric shock treatment every time you think of someone of the same sex, whilst they play you a porn film, basically. A lot of countries have banned it. Boris was the last one that didn't. He absolutely refused to. He was going to ban it for lesbian and gay community, but not for the trans community. Well, I'm sorry, it's LGBTQIA. So it's all part of the same community. We are all one. There is no separation. There is no difference. Torture is torture. After all, when was a conversion therapy if you're straight? When people see Pride today, all around the country and all around the world, they'll say, well, it's just one big festival. Well, no, it's not. For a start, there's a procession, there's a parade. That is a protest. The sheer fact that people have turned up is a protest. And it's those people, the politicians and governments, I've got pigeons going mad in the garden now as well, need to take note of. Not their own little individual views in the House of Commons. They need to listen to the people who have put them there, or not in some cases, of Prime Ministers. It's also a celebration of what we've achieved. As I say, we have achieved a lot in this country, but there is still a hell of a lot to do. That's why we have Pride. Hate is still very much out there, unfortunately, in this day and age. And that is why we have it. And those who say, well, why don't we have a straight pride? Let me ask you a few questions. First of all, when did you get shouted abuse at for being straight? When did you last get beaten up for being straight? And by being straight, I mean walking along the street holding hands with a loved one, having a cuddle with a loved one, maybe even having a kiss with a loved one in public, doing your shopping together, walking the dogs together, going for a day out together. I can't really count the number of times I've been shouted at something when I've been with a partner, an acquaintance, out in public, whether it's holding hands, having a hug, goodbye, or whatever, and had abuse. I can't really count on both hands how many times I've actually had a wallop around the back of my head for just being gay. But I can count on one hand when I was beaten really, really badly. All because I stopped for a pee behind a tree. And for drugged up use. Saw the rainbow sticker that was at the time on the back of my car. A little small thing on the bumper. It was a number plate actually. And I got very badly beaten up. In fact, when I made the dash, as I was lying on the floor singing double, as I made the dash for my then car, which was a mini diesel, opening it and getting the car started, these was not the quickest cars to start. Toto, excuse me, thank you. Let's go here. One of them pulled out of his tracksuit bottoms a hammer, and that ripped through the back of my Mini, the two back windows, the rear screen, and back then, I don't know if they still are, the rear quarter panels, the pillars were covered by glass. The whole lot went. And whilst my poor little Mini, which I loved to bits, got wrecked, thank God it was the car that got it and not me. That is why we have pride. That is why we don't have straight pride. As I call them, Trump supporters. Those sort of people really wind me up, as you can tell. Equality is for everyone. I'm going to try and put a clip of, I think it was Lola Lasagna in the Legends Tent last year. If I've got the name wrong, I do apologise, but I do believe I'm correct. And she said a very good little phrase. It's blunt, it's most probably a slightly bad language. Bear with it, because it is so pigging true. What, basically it says, she's saying, what business is it of yours who and what I am? What business is it of mine who you are, what you are, and what you do? The answer? Zero.
If somebody tells you that they're trans, they're trans. If somebody says to you that they are non-binary, they're non-binary. If somebody says they suck dick, they suck dick. There's no discussion to be had. People know who they are, why they're here, and what they want out of life as a person. And their sexuality and their gender is not up for discussion, and is not up for argument. And that's what 30 years of Brighton Pride has been about. My first Pride was in 1997, and back then it was really just lesbian and gay. And we always knew bisexual was there, and we did know that trans was there as well. But over the years we have watched our community grow and grow and grow. And it has been one of the best things I have ever seen. So what I will take away from today is going to be a fucking good time. My beautiful artists on this stage bringing their A game to you, but also the love and the solidarity, the camaraderie and the community that I can feel from every single person here, no matter how old they are, no matter who they are, what colour they are, what gender they are, what sex you are. This is a tent of love. Said to you, but I'm not going to lie, it's a fucking seamless link into singing Love Is in the Air. Because I got to fill 5 minutes. The Brighton Pride, and any pride that I work at, means the fucking world to me.
So, Saturday, today's Thursday, and by the way, Thursday is the new day I shall be releasing vlogs. Wednesday just comes around way too quick. And I've been wanting to do this all week, but I've been a bit tied up with other things. So Saturday is Pride. I'm going with Lindy again, and hopefully meeting the Worthing boys. My dear friend and neighbour Sue is kindly going to look after the dogs for me for 3 visits. Dottie's not been well. Dottie's last Saturday got a bit excited at some dogs, and she's done her back in. But it's the old back injury that come back, and she's antagonised it quite badly. I thought her time had come, and I was in a bit of a state Monday. Thankfully, they've put on really strong painkillers to hopefully relax the back, and that they believe it's possibly a disc that's come out, and hopefully a disc will go back in. She's bouncing around like there's no tomorrow when she's had her tablets. They started wearing off at one point yesterday. She was just coming due for a tablet, and she was limping quite badly again. So I don't think we're quite there yet. On one set of the tablets, the Cocodamols for doggies, they run out. If I can get all 3 doses down here today, it'll be the end of today. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning. And they've doubled up on the gabapentin from what she normally has. We've trebled it really, and that goes on till Sunday. I think we stopped doing that on Monday morning. And she's got a vet's Monday as well, so we might stop that Sunday and just see how she goes. Not allowed upstairs at the moment, so. So cute. So yeah, she's been in the wars, and yeah, it's been a bit of an emotional time as well. So thank you very much, Sue, for doing that. It's greatly appreciated. So we go for get into Brighton about midday. We go and have a meal at the Miller's Steakhouse, and actually what we do is, because we're going to get over full and feel bloated for the whole afternoon, we have 2 starters each. It's great, and it really worked well last year. And we have that, and then we go and park the car up. Unfortunately, as they're called the strike, no trains to Brighton on Pride Day. Absolutely disgrace. Don't start me on that one. Absolute nothing but greed in my eyes. I'm fully behind NHS workers needing a pay rise, but train drivers, I'm sorry, you're double on what I was on already. And don't stop me. Let's change the subject. So that's going to destroy a lot of the attendance on Saturday, and the weather is meant to be 80% wet at the moment, the forecast is saying. So once again, that's also not going to be great, because Preston Park goes into just a mud pit last time it happened. when it really, really rained. It was many, many years ago. We're very lucky with Brighton Pride with the weather. It's normally gorgeous. Since the times I've been with Lindy, it's only had a little shower once. I remember when I used to go with dear friend Martin, one year it was a mud pit. It really was. You got covered in mud as you walked. It was splashing everywhere. But that's back in the days when Pride was free. It's not a bad price now though for what you're getting. Yes, Sunday would have been a preferred date for me because Steps are on Sunday, they're headlining, whereas the Saturday is Black Eyed Peas. Quite how they're triggered into the LGBTQIA community, I do not know. You know, they've had Pet Shop Boys, the Weather Girls, Hazel Dean, Sister Sledge, all very much associated, and Kylie of course. And last year was, I can't think of his name, but Todd, that's what happens when you get old. All had an association with the community, and quite what Black Eyed Peas have, I don't know. But anyway, it'll be good, it'll be fun, and I dare say we'll be spending most of our time inside the Legends Tent again, which is all the cabaret acts, which is absolutely hilarious, fantastic as well, real entertainment, brilliant. So yes, we have Pride while we still need Pride, and Pride will then carry on just as a celebration of what has been achieved. But it's going to take most probably centuries to get there, if the planet's still intact by then, because Pride's not only about what's happening here in the UK or whatever country you're celebrating Pride in, Australia, America, etc. It's about what's happening around the world and equality there. It wasn't last year, I think it was the year before. Uganda Pride in Uganda got stopped by the police. So the head of Brighton Pride was Uganda Pride. And God, that was emotional. And thank God we could hold it for them, even though not everyone could attend, obviously. And that is also what Pride's about. It's a worldwide issue, not just a UK issue, or America issue, or Australia issue, wherever you are celebrating it. Here's a few old pictures of Pride, if I can find them and locate them. And I'm going to put a few of the doggies in there because they deserve it this week. It's as if he understands, didn't it? Oh, kisses! Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please don't hesitate to subscribe, comment, like, share, and hit that bell icon as well. You take care, love one another, and remember, love is love, regardless. God bless. Here comes Dottie. Dottie, hey young, how are you feeling today? Oh, I feel a bit better now. I've done the tablet. Yes? You want to play as well?
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna wash you. Who's gonna say this? I am. It's like, I'm gonna bite him by the doodah. There we go. He didn't like that, did he? Bless her. Just before anyone thinks it's me having an asthmatic attack or something. Hello. Boo. Boo. He's dirty. What are you doing? What are you doing? You giving Dotty kisses? Right, there we go, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and love one another. Bye.
Sometimes I think like a man.